We spent a full week in Kuala Lumpur as digital nomads and tracked every single euro.
But what surprised us the most was not how cheap it was, but what you get for that price. And one of the most important things when you travel is where you sleep. So let me show you what 13 euros a night per person actually looks like.
We got a 32 square meter apartment with a full kitchen, bathroom, double bed, a proper workspace with fast Wi-Fi, and the best part, an absolutely stunning view to wake up to every morning. On top of that, the building also has a sauna, pool and gym on the 30th floor, and all of that with skyline view. Let's go for a sauna session! Also included is one housekeeping session, towels and toilet paper on request.
So everything included, we paid 182 euros for 7 nights. Now to be fair, our apartment is a little bit outside of the city center, but don't worry, we'll get into how to get around in just a bit.
But we haven't even talked about the amazing food options you get here in the city. So let's talk about food and drinks.
Our favorite topic!
Our favorite topic when it comes to travel. The first thing that saved us money before we even stepped into a restaurant was the water filter in our apartment. So no buying water bottles all week.
Now we went into this thinking that we could save some money cooking most of the meals ourselves. But honestly, eating out here is so cheap that it pretty much evens out. So what we ended up doing was buying some basics and snacks so we can cover breakfast and simple meals at home, and then eating out or ordering delivery whenever we felt like it.
Indian food! Wow.
So for the entire week, all food, drinks, snacks and eating out combined, we spent 70 euros in restaurants and around 130 euros for groceries. Thank you very much. You too. We kind of get the feeling that in this mall everything is more expensive. Oh, I have something in my eye. This right behind me over there, this is our apartment. So the mall is literally 2 minutes away by foot. So to make everything less complicated, we take the higher price tag and just go to the mall. We really treated ourselves, ate and drank anything and everywhere we wanted. No restrictions at all. And for that, this price is pretty fair. But we haven't talked about how we actually get around the city.
So let's talk about getting around, where you even want to go, and a little trick we found that can actually save you some money. We mainly use the app Grab, which works great most of the time, but especially during rush hour, which starts at around 4 p.m. and goes on until 10 p.m. Prices can easily triple or quadruple. Now, before that scares you off, what that actually means is that instead of paying 2 euros for a 20-minute ride, you might pay 8 euros for the same route, but it takes you 40 minutes due to traffic. Compared to European taxis, that's still a really good deal.
And here's a little trick we found. Bolt often offers cheaper rates, especially during rush hour. And drivers were frequently closer than on Grab. So we always check both apps before booking. Right now we're trying to go to the botanical garden, and the Grab there will cost 45 Malaysian ringgit, which is like 10 euros. And Bolt is a little cheaper, only 6 euros. And this is the first time trying it. Let's see if we get a Grab or a Bolt, or if this is a total scam. The metro is probably also a really solid option to get around, but since our apartment is a little off the metro route, we didn't actually try it. So let's grab a Grab and see what this city actually has to offer. Hello.
Hello.
Once you're in the city center, KL is surprisingly walkable.
Wow.
Great parks, stunning architecture, incredible malls, and the best part, it's all completely free. You can spend an entire day sightseeing without spending a single euro.
It's so free here! And the skyline is wild.
Another thing you can do for absolutely free is walk through KLCC to the Kuala Lumpur city center, and this is actually the KLCC park, and it has a really cool vibe. In the middle of the big city there's this green oasis where you can just calm down. It's a little bit cooler here also because of the plants. It kind of has New York vibes, but I've never been to New York. And here's another little life hack for you if you want to see the city from above. Don't pay 30 euros per person to go up the KL Tower and just look through a window. Instead, go to the new Coco Bar in Merdeka 118. Same stunning view, and you'll actually get a drink and some snacks included. You can thank us later.
We had the best time up there.
Absolutely. So we ended up getting a signature virgin cocktail, a Coke Zero and some fries, which ended up costing us 25 euros, which was also the only activity we ended up paying for. And for transportation we paid around 46 euros. KL has great food and insane views, but does it actually work as a place to get stuff done?
If you need it, there are countless co-working options and cafes around the whole city. But honestly, we worked from our apartment the entire time. Amazing internet, a comfortable and practical setup, and that view we already showed you, no reason to leave.
This is our work and travel breakfast.
Yay! And there's a coconut water.
Quick side note, working with European clients is no problem at all. When it's 8 AM in Europe, it's 3 PM in KL. So no waking up at 3 AM, no weird scheduling gymnastics, it just works. The moment you close your laptop though, there's a city with 5 million people out there waiting to be explored. So working from KL just works.
But now, before we get into the final numbers, let's be real for a second. Not everything was perfect. The heat is real. KL is super hot and super humid basically every day. And around midday, it gets pretty extreme. So we had to plan our days around this. Outdoor stuff in the morning and evening, and somewhere inside with the AC during the middle of the day. We kind of expected it, but sometimes it still caught us off guard.
And also the traffic here during rush hour is no joke. So if you're trying to get somewhere in the morning or between 4 PM to 10 PM, you really have to add some buffer time.
One thing that caught us off guard was laundry. We paid 18 euros for 6 kilos, which is honestly really expensive compared to other places we've been to. It was just the nearest option and we were a little short on time, so I'm sure you can find something cheaper if you look around a little.
One more thing worth mentioning, if you're visiting during Chinese New Year or Ramadan, there are a lot of public holidays and restaurant opening hours can vary a lot. Just worth checking ahead before you end up standing in front of a closed door. But if you know these things and plan accordingly, we promise you're gonna love it here.
Alright, we've shown you everything, the good, the not so perfect, and now it's time for the numbers. 1 week, 2 people, every euro tracked, here's what we actually spent. But this number isn't what surprised us. The wild part is this didn't feel like budget traveling at all. It felt like a pretty luxurious life. Good food, a real apartment, space to work, and a city that just works. That's why we think KL is underrated. Not because it's super cheap, but because it just works really good. So when we come back, would you?
Of course!
Absolutely. Actually, we're traveling for 9 months through Southeast Asia and we're tracking every single euro we spend in every city. So if you want to see more videos like this, subscribe and let us know how much you spend per week where you live. We hope this helped. Thank you so much for watching.
Enjoy the ride and see you in the next one.
See you!
Down!